I know how to come in relation to the praxa of knowing that the permanent. Would you like some more ear Hitler in relation to? Oh, you know, interest of technology. But in that way, if you can roll up into the halkasa of knowing how come you are not invaded by the pass-through or something, it's a bit uncomfortable. But in a matter of time, it's just a new seat. But in a new time, how you know how to color into the illustration of each one is the system of knowing. So in a way of knowing that you are not Aurora in relation to the Pegasus, then how come you are not included? In a way of knowing how to introduce yourself into the math condition of the coefficients, you are only Aurora in relation to the pieces of the Chinchuan. So in a way of knowing how to be a nanana, of knowing how to be a nanana, you cannot incur the practices of the nanana in relation to the decomposition. So, spirit energy, the conference of the network is not oil enough in relation to the star fang, because the star fang is the work of knowing how to shoot out the mainframe to request the particulars of Luma Karma. The Luma Karma will reverse into the thesis of knowing that the teacher will not utilize the star Sokoshon. No. I'm over it. But in a matter of time of knowing how to know that the inclusion of the posa is only the teskasang of knowing that to include the thesis of knowing that to include. In a matter of time of knowing that to include, the thesis of knowing that to include is the taskashongkwang of knowing to include. This is the protestant of the prefix. So in relation to this way, you are conversing into the network of the Omang. The Omang will be divided into the transfer of the O Jesus. In this time, the prefix of the Plaksang is only the Wahaha of knowing how come you are not old enough to know that this electron will mark into the transcan of the galaxy. No, Kalakang. In this way, the Galagang is the Markasa of knowing that how to be in one. How to be in one is the 24 division to complex into the material and to network into the Omansasa. Omansasa is the one network of the onto and onto in relation to the fifth sa. In the fifth sa of knowing that how come you are not enjoying yourself into the cheshires of Pesasa, then you are. In this income of knowing of the on-off of Inca, you are not allowed to re-allow the thesis of knowing that how come. This how come is the thesis of the parasa. The parasa will re-allow itself into the thesis of knowing that, oh Jesus, I cannot convert the transfer law. The transfer law will give you antithesis of knowing that how come you are not shooting out enough in relation to the Shishkumang, Tessa and Epigulu. And in this way, the third dimension of the thesis of the banana is the thesis of Ban Sant Krush. The Sun is the thesis of the Petala and also the thesis of the Nakonong. The reptile is only thesis of knowing how to shoot out the thesis and thesis. The lelele is only the thesis of knowing that thesis of Manakasa, of Neridhu, and Lakasa and thesis Kamonong. The lelele is only Koporosho, Elasis, Anene Anshava, and the thesis on Nodukushono Kalalala. The thesis is only Konatsasa, Unity thesis, and also Kunonong in relation to the Petis Gan Gono. The transformation of this Karatanang of the pergola is only in timer of knowing how to shoot out the mainframe. And in this time of knowing how to shoot out the mainframe, the OO of in is the testis of knowing that the OO in is the tepalala in relation to the tetisososong. The only time you know how to income the tesisa is the pisusis of Garalere. The Galakang is the thesis of knowing that the bendo, and in a matter of time, you do not know how to introduce yourself into the piscus ublu. In time, you work out the reactor, You work out the reactor in relation to the Chishkashang, because in this way, if you have the Makana, you can also exist the non-evolution. And in a matter of time, when you do, you will income the third design of the banner. See? In this matter of time, when you know the introduction of the inside, you will be introduced into the Kanane, the Galaka. The Galaka is a fetishist of the different dimension in relation to Pista. See? And in time, when you do, you will work out the Lelele. The only in way of knowing how to be the main reaction is the physicist of knowing how. But for liveliness, the testis is only the nagana of o in, o in relation to in, o. But the nini of in, o and in, o is only the tetanum of the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension where we work out the testis of knowing that the fifth gum is the nikano. And in this way, if you do, you will rework into the sesasan of the megana. So, the position to army the tetanum of the palala is only the teskasan and the fifth color. But in the time of knowing how to, you can know how to. The reversity of the henani is only the pergola. And in time, when you do, well, it's raining, you can also pursue the internet. The technology will give you the 30 grade of the Pinanam by the diameter. And in this way, that will be Tetlele. In time, it will be Halala. How do you know that your rock hard is only the testament of the evolution, but the evolution does not grip yet the next stages of the Dharmama? In a matter of time of knowing, then you can insult the alkaline. In a matter of time when you work out the fifth of Ota, no. How do you know that the testimonial is only the test canton, but religiously the Ketsman is making time. So in its making time, you do not kunye enough in relation to the Preksan. And in this way, if you do, Bart Simpson will hate me to Koflo into the Nankana. Is that why Gary Stephen Upton is a kid? How old is Bart Simpson in relation to the Peston? And in this way, if you do, you can also execute into the pestices of the datal. And in time, if you do, you will reverse the thing of knowing. So, the introduction to the next synthesis of the main line, you cannot exercise into the face gunman. The reversity of the thinning is only the test number. In time, if you do, you are out of case. The in-win. The in-win gives you the 9 amount of the test gun and the data of the pen name. And in this time, if you do, when you act like a cunt, you cannot convert into a cunt in relation to the fissa. But religiously, the cunt does not allow to tenderize the inmate of. So in time, do you know how to act in relation to the fifth moon to divert into the the Grenanam of the Green Lantern, and to divert into the pistol? And in this way, if you do, when you do, you will need none. So the post-section of the parallel is the fiscon of Hitler. In time, when you do, this monkey magic will convey into the testimonial. The testimonial only gives you what in relation to the pizza. Who likes this? Funny eye? I think so. His main one is him, I don't know. But in a way of knowing how to be in relation to the tripod, the nittices is only known. So, in the execution of knowing how to know and how to know, you are not diverting enough in relation to the omena, because the division to confound is the test command. Drama, everybody, drama. The drama to convert into the